And
I'm Eric, and our camera guy is Marvin, and we're here in the riverbed, and we're about to show you how homeless people live in Santa Ana.
go.
The reason why me and Brian and Marvin picked this project is because, like, since we live in Santa Ana, we see all these homeless people, like, we see crackheads, we see bums, we see drunks, and, like, it might not affect, like, us, like, teenagers, but, like, I know it affects little kids, like my little brother seeing, like, a crackhead, like, OD or do some stupid stuff like that, but that's why I wanted to do this project, for Congress to help them, and they can also help the community by not scarring, like, little kids like that. Because I know my brother, he's seen, like, some dark stuff of homeless people. Like, I know friends that have been robbed by homeless people, but not because, like, they just wanted to, because they actually needed the money and to buy food for their family or for themselves, not to go and do drugs or do other stupid stuff like that. That is why I picked this project.
Marvin Reyes from Los Amigos High School. I'm here to inform Congress on the issue of homeless people. Homeless people are out in the streets suffering even though they're shelters, but in reality, putting them in shelters won't help them, so we need to fix the problem. It's not only just giving them a home, it's also cleaning up the streets and cleaning up our communities, making people safer, and
Just because they're
And go.
They have less things than we do, so we see them in a different way. And a lot of people have come up with stereotypes that most homeless people do drugs, and they're just lazy and don't want to get a job. But in reality, there's a lot of stories of why they are homeless, and different reasons why to it. Some might be family problems, or some might be because they're not legal in this state, so they can't get a job anywhere.
Go.
My name is Brian, and I chose this project because I've been living in Santa Ana my entire life, and up until now I've been noticing that homelessness has been a problem and has been occurring way more often than it was before. I've also noticed that there's not that many people doing anything about it, even though there's people just like you and me out here, except they have way less and they fuck.
they're fucking crazy.
And go.
So we're right here at the Santa Ana riverbed, and right here we're under one of the bridges that they brought all of these rocks for, like, that homeless people wouldn't sleep there. As you can see, like, a bunch of these rocks have broken glasses, and they're cemented in, where that homeless people wouldn't be able to move them out of the way for they could sleep under. And the people of Santa Ana, they don't want to help homeless people. They just want to get rid of them. So instead of actually trying to help them, they just make it harder for them to find somewhere else to live. So they go and they start living on the streets, and that's where a lot of them get hurt by other people, because other people say they bother them, but they don't. They're just there trying to make it through the day, and then other people still get offended by that. They want them to go under the bridge, but this is what our city does to them, is try to get rid of them and make them go somewhere else.
I ain't gonna say shit.
No sabe, usted ha visto las personas que es homeless, y usted sabe lo que están haciendo las ciudades para ayudarlos, ¿o no?
Bueno, sí he mirado algunas algo, pero no. Pero no. O sea, vamos a decir que la ciudad los quiere a veces ayudar, pero ellos no se dejan.
Sí. Ahorita la ciudad lo que están haciendo es pusieron estas rocas abajo y están poniendo cemento para que no se duerman aquí.
Porque hay muchos albergues y yo he tenido entendido que a muchos hombres sí los llevan a los albergues y todo, pero no quieren estar ahí.
Sí. ¿Usted qué cree en la de esa que, no sé si usted ha escuchado, pero en Nueva York y allá, los policías y gente están quitando las cobijas a los homeless? ¿Usted qué cree de eso?
Creo que no está bien, pues cómo le van a quitar las cobijas.
Sí. Okay.
Pero no, es que no. Yo he preguntado así a amigos que he sabido que los llevan y sobre todo como en el ¿cómo se llama? En el Army, en el país que los llevan y les dan comida y los bañan.
Ajá.
Y después no quieren volver porque no quieren bañarse.
Oh. Okay. Muchas gracias. Tenga buen día. Yeah. Go.
Start again? Like the question again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Barbara, what do you think about homelessness in America?
Well, I think it's very high in America, which it shouldn't be. I think we should have more places to accommodate these people, although a lot of them need to be psychologically reviewed because a lot of times they choose to be homeless.
There was news in DC that store owners, they started taking away blankets from homeless people to get them away from their store. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's sad that they do that, but if you were a customer, don't you feel uncomfortable when somebody's hanging out by a door and begging for money? I always feel that way. When we go to Walmart and guys are out there asking for money because they need something, or they approach you in the store, it's very uncomfortable as a consumer. So what happens is their business starts to go downhill when people outside are doing those things. I don't think it's good that they take away the blankets, but if that's the only way to get rid of them from sitting outside of their stores.
There's this thing in Canada where there's people that go and like they give stuff to the homeless, and there are also like bus stations that have like have stuff for the homeless to sleep under. And like here in Santa Ana, like you usually see none of that. Like what do you think about that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that we need to our government needs to put more money into our country instead of giving so much money to the other countries, and maybe do something for the people that are homeless. And yes, I think that we could afford to give them other things that they need, essential things, instead of having them on tents, in the drainage ditches.
No. What do you think about homeless vets?
That's America's fault, because they were not taken care of when they came back. And most of those are from the 60s and 70s, probably the 70s after they came back from Vietnam War, which was never said it was a war or proclaimed that it was a war. So here these men come back, people here in America were protesting, so they didn't like them. So these men were treated very poorly, and a lot of them have a lot of mental problems because of that. I really feel that in that situation, I think the government should haul them away, put them in a nice home, and get them taken care of.
All right. Thank you. Ava, what do you think about homelessness in America?
I think that there's a lot of resources out there that if people really went ahead and wanted to be disciplined and follow regulations, they won't be homeless.
What do you think about homeless vets in America? You know how after the Vietnam War happened, like there's still like a lot of homeless vets?
We have learned a lot from that, and right now there's a 1-800 number, and you call the vet number and they will send a van out and pick them up. A lot of the people that are homeless, some of the vets also, they don't want to follow guidelines.
Like, what do you think us as a country could do more to help them? Like, even if they don't want the help?
By being active and taking some time and going and passing out information, and sometimes just guiding them through the process.
What do you think about Santa Ana, how they did under the riverbed? They put rocks in there and they cemented them like that homeless people wouldn't sleep there. What do you think about that?
It's two ways to look at it. How would you like to come out of a doctor's office or go get your car in a parked building and someone sleeping right by you and can be scared? And a lot of the people that are homeless, because they self-medicate, have other mental issues that make them very unstable for your safety.
Do you think we should do what Canada is doing? Like, they're putting bus stations, but the bus stations are also like sleeping shelters. Like, they put a roof over it for like that homeless people can sleep under it. You think Santa Ana or the whole country should do more stuff like that, or no?
That's a band-aid to the solution, because you're not getting to the the root of the problem. What you need to do is to be able to take the individuals and walk them through the process, and the process usually takes 2 years. We have short-term care, and that's not what's going to help. And enabling is not going to help them. It's helping them with the long term.
Okay. Thank you.